In our videos so far, we have reviewed already scary places and even forbidden ones. However, our world hides many more secrets and wonders. Some of the locations we are going to review are beautiful, others kind of creepy. However, in both cases, all of them are spectacular. The powerful nature always finds a way to remind us we're just small pebbles in an infinite universe. Today, I will present to you the top 10 strangest places on Earth. Frequently, we people are so bored with our surrounding environment, we forget our planet has to offer some absolutely outstanding landscapes. Now, let's begin our journey and review them together. Number 10. Waiotapu Thermal Wonderland, New Zealand. This interesting site in the farthest place of New Zealand is located in a zone famous for its hot springs called Waiotapu. It is basically a mid-sized thermal pool amongst many others similar pools product of the geothermal activity in the region. What separates though this pool from its counterparts are the brightly colored waters. The yellow-grayish color you can see on the screen is due to chemical processes and the high content of sulfur. The smell of rotten eggs that comes from it is also heavily condensed, and not everybody can take it. Tell us in the comments below if you would like to take a dip. Of course, if it wasn't forbidden. Number 9. The Plain of Jars, Laos. In the Xiangkhouang province in North of Laos, you can find the Plain of Jars. These are fields in which there are big stone figures looking like jars. There are more than 3,000 in total and are spread over 90 different places in the whole province. The interesting thing is, their throats are like carved inside, and there we have a hole. Some of the jars can rise up to 3 meters in height, while others are buried deep in the soil and appear shorter, at least at first glance. According to the locals, they have been there for more than 2,000 years now. The usage of these stone jars is still questionable. According to some archaeologists, they served as a warehouse for storing, now listen carefully, fermented rice wine or even rainwater, which actually is completely possible because of their form, similar to a jar. Number 8. National Park Goreme, Turkey. Goreme is located amongst rock-type structures in the so-called Valley of the Wandering Chimneys in Cappadocia, which is a very famous historical place in Turkey. As if they were from a fairy tale, the rock structures and landscapes of Cappadocia amaze people from all around the world. They aren't only beautiful natural wonders, but also homes, churches, and even schools. They served as all of these for the locals for more than 2,000 years. The strange forms aren't only on the outside, however. Some of the rocks are inhabited by gods, while others are furnished with the most modern furniture, resembling the best homes in the megapolises. In the region, there are over 3,000 stone churches, but not all of them are actually open for visitors. We can say that Goreme symbolizes the harmony between man and nature, and awaits for those who would like to explore this unique natural phenomenon. Number 7. The Fairy Circles, Namibia. In the deserts of Namibia in the south of Africa exist very strange spots known as the Fairy Circles. They are formed and then disappear in a couple of years because of completely unknown reasons. Although the scientists haven't managed yet to solve all of their mysteries, they are certain about one thing: the circles are alive. Local legends say that the thousands of circles left in the grassy surface are in some way traces from the gods. Their diameter can vary from 2 to 12 meters. Initially, scientists thought that the culprit for these circles were some kind of termites, but none of these were ever found. After that, natural gas that was poisoning the grass was suspected to be the main reason for their existence. However, that wasn't proved either. Subsequently, nutrients were placed in the grass in order for something to grow, and as you can imagine, it just didn't happen. The circles have also lifespans. The small ones appeared and disappeared once every 24 years, while for the big ones it was over 70 years. Some experiments continue to this day, but there is still no certain clues for the creation and existence of the fairy circles. Number 6. Pamukkale, Turkey. When we're talking about strange places, we simply cannot oversee Pamukkale, one of the most beautiful natural phenomena in Turkey. From a distance, it may look like a piece of ice, or clouds, or even cotton candy. And from here actually comes the name Pamukkale, which translated from Turkish means palace of cotton. However, and unfortunately, the reality is way more prosaic, to say at least. Pamukkale is located in a seismic zone, and because of the many earthquakes, there are a lot of karst springs there. The very rich in minerals and limestone water has been flowing through the ages and has formed over 100 travertine terraces. They are all filled with warm mineral water. A very interesting fact to mention is that Pamukkale was very often visited even by the early ancient Greeks. According to the locals, the waters have incredible properties. They helped with cardiovascular, kidney problems, issues with blood circulation, neurological problems, polio, and even rheumatism. Legend has it, the springs affect people and they look younger after bathing. Moreover, even the famous beauty queen Cleopatra went there for a bath in one of the spring pools in order to keep herself young and beautiful as long as possible. Number 5. The Dragon Blood Tree, Yemen. About 6 million years ago, a small piece of land broke away from Africa and moved to the Arabian Peninsula. During this time, a unique ecosystem has emerged that is not found anywhere else in the world. One of the most impressive plant specimens is the so-called dragon blood tree, as it has an amazing property. When cut off or harmed, they produce red juice, just like blood. And this is actually where the name comes from, dragon blood trees. Many people believe that the juice has some healing effect, while others are just using it as a colorant. Number 4. Doinyo Lengai, Tanzania. Around the steppes of North Tanzania, you can find the grey mountain of Doinyo Lengai. In the language of the locals, it means Mountain of God. It is an active volcano with a height of a bit more than 2,800 meters. It feels a little as though the mountain lives in the shadows of the closing distance mountain of Kilimanjaro, the highest one in Africa. The strange thing about Doinyo Lengai is that it doesn't erupt with molten lava, but with sodium carbonate or soda ash as it is commonly known. This type of lava is 500 degrees per Celsius, which is twice as lower as the normal lava, and also has neon orange color, which contains ash and carbonate. This makes it the only one active soda ash volcano in the whole world today. You might be thinking that what covers its peak is snow, but it's actually just white ash. The movement of the layers in the volcano frequently cause earthquakes in Tanzania, and neighboring Kenya.
Number 3. Waitomo Caves, New Zealand. In New Zealand, there are a lot of strange and mysterious places, but probably the most interesting one is a cave known as Waitomo. If you have seen James Cameron's blockbuster Avatar, you might think the pictures are actually from there. However, this is a completely real place, where they are simply glowing worms. The New Zealand glowing worm is not actually a worm, but a type of insect. The writer George Bernard Shaw named this place the eighth wonder of the world. Beginning its life as a small larva with turned-on light on its tail, this insect is digging up something like a tunnel filled with slime and silk, which come from its mouth. This mechanism allows them to embed themselves to the ceiling of the cave. The so-called glowing worm eats whatever flies in the air of the cave, like for example mosquitoes, flies, or any other small insects. In order to capture them, the glowing worm creates many niches of silk, sometimes up to 70 at the same time. On each and every one of the niches, there are miniature drops of slime that helps them to catch their victims. All of this can be described only as a truly alien landscape. Number 2. The Eye of Sahara, Mauritania. The incredible relief of this place is so big that it can even be seen from space. The Eye of Sahara is located in the southwest part of the biggest desert on Earth, and it has several other names: the Richat structure, the Eye of Africa, or the Buffalo's Eye. Up until recent times, scientists believed that the formation was due to a falling meteorite. The other most probable theory was about the movement of the layers underneath the Earth, alongside with erosion. The last hypothesis was that it was actually a volcano that never erupted, or that the volcano erupted more than 100 million years ago. The unique circles located in the central part of Mauritania were actually first discovered by astronauts in 1965. Because of its huge size and clear outlines, the Eye of Sahara is used to this day as a landmark by NASA. The diameter of the formation is up to 50 kilometers, and is mostly concentric circles, as if somebody throws a small stone in some clear waters of a lake. Number 1. The Blood Falls of Antarctica. This natural site is like a symbol of our poor planet that is being polluted and destroyed by us. However, surprisingly, these falls have nothing to do with human interference or the global warming. Moreover, it is located in one of the most remote places in the world, Antarctica. The so-called Blood Falls were a mystery to scientists for a long time, but today their secret is revealed. The Bloody Spring comes from a lake that was buried 100 meters below the surface more than 1 million years ago. The high concentration of iron in the water oxidizes when in contact with the air, and this gives the reddish color to the waters. This process also emulates a small amount of heat, and this is the way the water doesn't freeze up but instead pours itself through the glaciers. So many amazing and incredible places. Have you guys seen any of these in real life? If not, imagine just for a second that you won the lottery ticket and it gives you the opportunity to visit one of these 10 places. Which one would you choose? Tell us in the comments below. Thank you for watching, and if you enjoyed our video, feel free to share the wisdom with your friends and leave a comment below. And of course, don't forget to subscribe for more interesting educational videos every week. See you soon!